Right. We may not have to. I mean, I think the teachers and staff and everybody else that works for the district is probably has been looking at our land outside for potential uses for years.
I wonder if there could be some official vehicle in which, like we talk amongst ourselves as staff of, gee, it's great that over here in this school they can do X, but we don't have that space to do the same thing. And if that could kind of be out there more tangibly for people to see. So for instance, I don't know, I haven't been on the GMS stage, but I've been at Park, and there are certain abilities that that stage has in terms of lights or in terms of sound. And if there'd be a way to make them equitable without, but with the loaning of equipment or the sharing within a district, that seems like that would be a positive move. Or in other ways. That just happens to be what I know something about.
Well, would that fall under? So the other part of I had was a comprehensive building review, use, needs, shortfalls, and potentials. Would that kind of fall underneath that?
I think so, and with a look at equity, that our kids in one part of the district less served than another part of the district.
So would that fall under, I'm trying to think of the right way to put it, because it's something that I've thought of. Obviously, gathering a committee together, which really falls under a master facilities plan, the goals and the outlining of it. What's the right way to put it? Jim, what did you say there?
A comprehensive review of buildings for use, needs, shortfalls, potentials. I guess needs and shortfalls are probably the same thing, but we're pretty close.
Not exactly. They're opposite sides of the same coin, I think.
So, I mean, I think these two things help you get to that facilities plan, right? These are two ways. These are two components of what should be in a facilities plan, besides having your facilities maintenance people go around and check all the boilers and HVAC systems and the roofs and all that, because that's all part of that comprehensive building plan too, right? Or facilities plan. You got to project out what we're going to have to cost out for the school board. This one need a roof, this one need parking lot, whatever. So I think the two that I outlined are a couple of things that help you get to that big plan.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Adam, do you guys have some type of, and maybe per school, but I don't know about district, a facilities kind of calendar or facilities rental or facility space type of thing where teachers or staff members can request either certain materials or certain spaces for use?
So we do on the website. We have what's called ML scheduling, MLS. Teachers, staff outside the park district, anybody could put in for usage, and obviously it has to be approved, but then they can put in there what they need, so on and so forth, along with pricing and availability.
Okay, I was just thinking of that because of what Rebecca had mentioned earlier about being able to, share and utilize from other campuses if there was some type of schedule of events, so not everybody is doing or using the stages at one time, and so some equipment could travel a little bit if need be based on what other schools need?
So I think that makes it a little bit difficult, truthfully. And I'll state it because a lot of times that equipment was bought by that school.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
So, you know, there's different routes that it has to take. The principals will have to agree, okay, yes, you can use it, which usually they do, right? It's all for the kids. So, it's not necessarily like that's an issue, because we do move stuff around and share things.
Okay.
So review.
Do we want to have the word sustainability in there, just since it was talked about a lot and some people have questioned?
So there's a lot of different ways for sustainability, and we've had this conversation multiple times, not just in here,
Yeah.
because we have obviously the building sustainability, but what comes before the building sustainability is we need that financial sustainability to be able to take care of that. So I love the word sustainability. I do. How do we utilize it on here? Not to throw you a curveball there, but
Maybe it's reviewing and clarifying with a sustainability lens.
I think, are we trying to get to what do we mean when we say sustainability? Like, are we talking about environmental sustainability, or are we talking about very broadly sustainable? Like, when we're talking about what's financially sustainable and how do you like maintain and sustain the buildings versus we want to be more green and we want to, you know, have all of the ratings and stuff for the buildings. Like, what are we talking about when we're saying sustainability here?
I think it's a very broad answer there, but Jessica, please.
Well, it can be the green, but it can also be equity. It can be, there are many big ideas of sustainability that people consider. So there's, I'm sorry, I'm not very good at it's kind of all of that. It's looking at the financial sustainability, the land use sustainability.
Are we looking at delineating the various aspects of sustainability, and then you kind of put in the environmental, the financial, the building aspect of it? Is that what is kind of where we're headed?
Yeah, I think so. It's definitely something that communication may need to be done on, like, just because not everybody in the community may operate on the same definition or understand what sustainability is, like we've just been saying. And
how about clarifying the sustainability aspects of, and then put those things that we're looking at? So then you can,
yeah,
you know, maybe that's the way to look at it, is the clarification. Sure. And then, and like Adam says, you have to talk about financial sustainability, and that's part of it, obviously. So clarify, what does the financial sustainability mean to us? What does, you know, the green sustainability mean to us? What does whatever thing that we're looking at specifically mean to the district as well as the community?
Mm-hmm. And I know I brought it up a lot. I had a few people, I just noticed in the meeting last time, some people were like, what? Why didn't sustainability make it in there? And so I just want to make sure we address that for that reason.
In which, you know, with the comprehensive research of the district buildings needs and usage, I really do think sustainability kind of falls right into that. So the buildings, green financially, I think that all kind of falls under that umbrella of it. Um, sorry, I keep looking back over, and I have a million things on my mind from a facility standpoint. But I look at the brick and mortar of it. I look at, as Jim stated, you know, your mechanical end of it, from your building equipment to your lighting to your doors, your windows, just everything in a whole.
What about, as I'm reading it, it talks about expanding, and you know, a lot of the groups have talked about tapping making community involvement. Is there a way to somehow tap into the community to help expand uses inside? Or I know what I'm trying to say. It's, you know, how can we tap into the community to find simplistically maybe a painter to help do some new murals inside the building, or, you know, a contractor to do, you know, volunteer some supplies or something along those lines, is where we're drawing the community into helping, you know, utilize the space as best as we can.
Like a community partnership.
Yeah, in some capacity, absolutely. You know, maybe it is a one-time deal where, you know, a local artist or a local kid comes in and goes into a building and paints something that means something to that building. You know, or maybe he does everybody. That's, you know, an example, but how do we put that in words? You know, how do we tap into the community?
Do you just make an effort to utilize local vendors or community vendors? I mean, I don't know how feasible that is always, but
I was going to say that, because you got to remember, unfortunately, with the school district and you know, our bidding process, just how everything goes. But I'll be honest, I try to keep as much local as possible, and with people who are residing within the district that own businesses, I do try to keep everything within.
Maybe a better way to put it is utilize local resources to help expand the facility. You know, once again, there's so much that we're looking at as far as tying it in with, you know, because we're talking about expanding the equitable ability of each building, the quality of learning, you know, the community aligning with our decision making. You know, just maybe we just put it as that, you know, utilizing local resources to help meet the needs of this goal.
Like alumni or the high school or something along those lines too.
Absolutely. You know, do some partnerships. You know, I know the high schools, well, like in the past month, I had students from the various high schools who all go to the Lake County Tech campus. You know, they were observing my classroom. Maybe we do some more of that. Maybe it's community service hours for some of the local schools. I don't know.
Yeah. We should probably head back. I think we've lost some of our group members.
All right. See you in the next room. And thanks everybody for your work tonight.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
For
you.
everything.
Thank you, everybody.
My pleasure.
I just don't know how to put that one out there.
Swing at the fences, see what happens.
Gotcha. I'll do
All
that.
right. See you over there.